Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to week 16. Week 16! Woo woo! You made it. We're in our final week of class, really just kind of closing things, wrapping things up. I, however, am very busy reading your essays. So let me say a few words about that. First, your essay 3 will be hopefully returned by Wednesday. It might be Wednesday night. But my goal is to get all of the essays returned by Wednesday. So that's my goal. I'm hoping that that's going to happen. When that happens, then I will be sending you an email and an announcement, just letting you know that the essays are done. Once that happens, a couple of things will populate in the module that are not there already. So you can see here on the screen, this is what our module looks like so far this week. We have the revising of Essay 2. I'll talk about that in a minute, like how to prepare for the reflection, the grade reflection, sorry. There's a class reflection. That's something different. Writing territory. What will appear after I release Essay number 3 are two things. The first is another page. I'll put it on your to-do list. That will actually have the link to the semester grade reflection and proposal. The other thing that will appear is a quiz. And the quiz is not a traditional quiz, but the goal behind this quiz is to get you to upload your grade reflection. So let's go ahead and I'll stop talking openly. Well, let's take a look at the module itself. So again, your big items this week are your grade reflection that will be available to you once I return Essay 3. For those of you who are revising Essay number 2, that is due by tomorrow, Tuesday, end of day. So again, if you're planning on revising, please make sure that you follow the guidelines and how to revise. I do have conferences today. I had them this morning. I do have conferences tomorrow on Tuesday. If you have not yet met with me, that is a requirement. So again, revision of Essay number 2 is due by tomorrow if you plan on revising. Okay. There are two reflections happening this week, and forgot about the plea. I've been grading essays all day, so my mind's a little fuzzy, but the plea. All right, so as you remember from the syllabus, you have a plea, and the plea is an opportunity for you to go back and complete any one thing that you missed during the semester. Doesn't include the essays or revisions. But if you missed a writing territory, if you missed a class activity, if you missed a Discord engagement, you can go back and you can submit it. Any one thing, and you don't have to explain why you missed it in the first place. That's not any of my business, and you don't need to say anything about that. But this page basically explains to you how to do that. This is optional. It's not required. If you do submit a plea, then you need to do it before you work on your grade proposal. So that way your grade proposal really kind of is the last thing that you do in the class. So again, that is available to you. Okay, now, there are two reflections happening this week, and they're really different. The first one is this one. This is the class reflection for me, not your grade proposal. This is please tell me about your experience this semester in 230. It's anonymous. It's a Google form. But I think that it is the most valuable thing for me to get student feedback about any class that I teach. I always have end of semester reflections. Sometimes you'll get something from LMC that's a little bit more formal. Generally, that's when an instructor is being evaluated. I'm not being evaluated this semester. But for me, the best thing that I can do is hear from you about what worked. What didn't work? What suggestions do you have, right? I always make little tweaks in a class based on what I hear from students. Like there might be a unit that I think is really amazing, but students say, nah, didn't work for us. That's good for me to know because then that's something I need to change. You know, I've got some really super specific questions about particular design elements of the class. So the more honest that you can be with me, the better I can make this class for the students who are going to be enrolling in it for fall. Again, it's totally anonymous, and I would just really appreciate your honesty. So I hope that you please complete that. Your feedback is immensely valuable to me. Okay. Then you have the semester grade reflection and proposal. And again, this page that is here is just designed to tell you what to expect, what the process is going to be like, and what you can do to get ready. The best thing that I can do to tell you in terms of preparedness is to kind of move all of your material from this class into one place, because the reflection is going to ask you specific questions about specific pieces of writing. And it's just going to be easier for you if you've got it all together. So if you are, hopefully you've if you've been saving things into one Google Drive folder, then you're all set. If you haven't done that, then you might want to move everything into one folder, so that way you're not clicking around. The reflection will probably take at least an hour, maybe 2. I don't think so, but it might. It's not something that you're going to want to do on your phone. You will not want to do it on your lunch break. It's something that you really do need to kind of set aside some time to complete, because you're reflecting on the semester and all of the questions need to be answered, and then kind of using that reflection and kind of the steps that I'm walking you through to propose a grade for yourself by the end. And so you don't want to shortchange yourself there, right? You want to really do that deep dive into what I'm asking you to think about. So again, once essay number 3 is completed, then I will link them to your to-do list, the calendar, the announcements, in the module. It'll appear the actual semester grade reflection and the quiz. So the semester grade reflection page will look a lot like this. It will have the links to a Google Doc or a Word document. So you will obviously save your document, complete all the questions, right? And then save it. If you have Google Docs, you're going to have to download your Google Doc into a Word doc or a PDF. Okay, so once you've done that, then you're going to open the quiz. The quiz is not a traditional quiz. There's only 2 questions, and I explain it right down here at the end of this page. But the first question of the quiz is upload your document. Canvas won't allow me to allow you to upload a Google Doc. So that's why you have to save your document as a Word doc or a PDF. So you will upload that. The second question is for you to, from a drop-down menu, just select the grade that you were proposing for yourself. Then what's going to happen is I'll read your feedback and your evaluation and your reflection. And then in the comments box of that quiz, that's where you and I will either have an agreement or a negotiation about your grade. So you need to make sure that you're kind of keeping an eye on the comment box. Again, that's how I've been giving you feedback on lots of things all semester long, so it's not a surprise. So you're just going to have to keep an eye on those little comments. And then you have your last writing territory. Oh, I know. Some of you either love it or hate it. That's okay, whichever it is. But we're at the very end, week 16. So you have your final writing territory. And then the other thing that will populate at the end of when I return essay 3 is also like a like wrapping up the class kind of page. So you'll see that too. And that's it. That brings us to the end of the semester, if you can believe that. Again, essay 3, I hope to have returned to you by the end of the day on Wednesday. So look for that. If you have any questions about the feedback or about the revision or about the reflection or whatever, don't hesitate to ask. I'm here. I'm around. And I am going to be at graduation on Friday. So for those of you who are graduating, congratulations. And if you are walking the stage, then maybe we will see each other there. All right. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. In the meantime, I hope you have a great final week. I hope that all of your classes are kind of coming to an end smoothly. Next week, no school. So you're close. You're right there. Again, as always, if there's something I can do to help you, please don't hesitate to ask. All right. Have a good rest of your day.